Today we're going to be pitting 7-Eleven's 7 Select products against popular name brands and seeing if they're as good as people say. Now we're going to be splitting this thing up into 10 different rounds. In round number 1, we're going to be pitting 7 Select against Krispy Kreme with chocolate donut holes. Now I am going to be blindfolded during this experience, Nate is not, and we're going to see if we agree on which brand is superior. No, I don't think we've ever had these donut holes before, and so they look exactly like the 7 Select ones. Let me show you guys. Do you want to get those? Well, you got to give some to me as we go. Yes. Yeah. Now look at these. This will be easy to confuse. I'm gonna have to be really responsible here because this is the Krispy Kreme and this is the 7 Select. All right. I'm gonna give you the first ones. Okay. Okay. Put your hand out. All right. You ready to go? Ready to go. Number 1. I don't know who it is, but I like it. That was mad good. All right, then let's put the second one in your hand. All right, let's try it. They look the same, but they do not taste it. Let me tell you that. Clear difference for me. Let's, on the count of 3, say 1 or 2 for which one we prefer. All right, 3, 2, 1, 1. Absolutely way better. Do you know what that one was? I'm gonna guess that one was 7 Select. That one was 7 Select, and it crushed those Krispy Kreme ones. So much fresher. The one thing that the Krispy Kreme did have was a stronger cocoa flavor, but that's it. The 7 Select one beat them out in every other way. Yeah, seriously. All right, let's just move on to round number 2 because it is currently melting, which is salted caramel truffle ice cream, which I am not gonna be blindfolded for this round because Nate took care of scooping it out of the containers, so I don't know which one's which to any capacity. Okay. Now, I don't have a bag over here. That is one thing I forgot today, so I might have to do that. But yeah, so this is the 7 Select Go Yum Sea Salt Caramel Truffle Ice Cream. That is the packaging. And it says, caramel ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl and caramel fudge truffles. All right, now, this is, well, I can't say which one it is, but this is the difference between the two. They definitely look a bit different, but both of them have a decent sized truffles in them. It looks pretty good. Here, I'm gonna give you this one. Let's start with that one. Start with this one. It is so hard not to say which is which right now. That is like a legitimate challenge right now for me in this video. All right, let's try it. Let's call it there before our palates get too cold and we can't tell, and like the next one doesn't have as much flavor. That's a good point. Again, I don't know who this is, but there is so much caramel. It is caramel, by the way, we know. It is excellent. Like, there is so much caramel, and those truffles in there are outstanding. Let's try this one. Now, the truffles in both of them look identical. Yeah, seriously. But the ice cream looks a little different. All right, let's try this one. This is gonna be hard. This is actually a really close call for me. I have no idea because I am liking different things about both of them. They are both exceptional, but the first one speaks to sea salt more and to that gooey caramel, and the other one is a little bit more subtle on the caramel, but the ice cream consistency is just so smooth. It's a hard call, but I've made up my mind. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back as well real quick. Okay, count of 3. All right. 3, 2, 1, 1. Do you want to know what number 1 is? Is that 7 Select? It's 7 Select. I can't believe it. 7 Select beat Talenti. Talenti is one of our favorite ice cream brands. It's gelato, and it is unbelievable. This 7 Select is absolutely mind-blowing. It's crazy. It is so smooth. It's so sweet. It's so forward on the caramel. The truffles are amazing. I have no complaints here. I would get this again any day. It might be one of my favorite pints of ice cream. I'm going to try to end talking about this because I will go on about it for too long. But both are exceptional, but I never would have imagined that the 7 Select would be that good. It is unbelievable. Okay, round number 3. We're going to be doing essentially Flamin' Hot Cheetos because 7 Select has got their version of the Flamin' Hot Cheeto. Yeah, 2 packages right there. And they look very, very, very similar. I'm interested in seeing if we can tell the difference with the flavors. So here are the 2 different ones. We'll do this as our number one round. Okay, I'm gonna give you number one. There we go. I cannot believe how difficult it is not to say which one is which. All right, let's give this a shot. Let me tell you what, eating Cheetos blindfolded is so uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm thinking we'll stop now, so that way the heat doesn't build too much and we can't tell the difference, just like the ice cream with making our palates too cold. Good move. So here is the second one. And these ones are a little bit different in color than the other ones. All right, let's give them a shot. I've tasted enough. I have my opinion. Do you have an opinion? 100%. The first one is way spicier, I feel. But the second one has a better corn flavor, in my opinion. I'm interested to see if we agree on the.
I feel like I'll give my opinions after we announce what we think is better.
All right, 3, 2, 1, 1. Texture, I thought was way better on number one. The heat was a little bit stronger, but on the second one, the cheese flavor was a little bit more prevalent, I felt. But it was a little bit softer in texture. I think that the first one is all about the corn. The corn flavor is just really hitting you. But this one the number one has more flavor and it has more heat and it's really nice texture. We chose Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yep.
The texture I felt was just a lot more crunchy and satisfying.
Try this one again and tell me you don't just taste corn.
Which one's which?
This one is the 7 Select. See what I mean? Both are good though. Both I would get again, but definitely Flamin' Hot Cheetos. It's the GOAT. You can't beat them. But next round is going to be honey buns. Now we brought a Little Debbie honey bun and we brought the 7 Select honey bun, which look very similar. So I'm gonna have to do a really good job of not confusing the two.
I'm gonna have you unwrap that now so I can't hear which packaging is happening.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so they look very, very, very similar. They're both like the big bad honey buns. You know, not like the little ones that you get in like the box. In like the small box. Okay. You ready for this?
I am ready. Honey bun number one.
Here you go. We love honey buns, so I'm really excited about this round.
I feel like I've been saying this every time. I don't know who it is, but it's so good.
It is excellent. I think that that's better than a Krispy Kreme original glazed donut. I would choose that any day over that.
It reminds me of an original glazed donut with more moisture.
All right, I'm gonna show this one to the camera one more time.
That is delicious.
Hand out.
I could eat a lot more of those.
Yeah, seriously, I could just eat those today. Those are so good. All right, let's give this a shot. This is like the ice cream. This is a tough one. The second one speaks of honey so much more than the first, I feel.
I felt like the second one had a slight cinnamon flavor.
Oh yeah.
Like cinnamon and honey.
Like aggressive.
Like there was definitely more like nuance to the flavor, but I think I'm voting based on texture because I liked the flavor of both. There was just more spices and things happening in the second one. But I have my answer. Ready? 3, 2, 1, 1.
Yes, and we chose Little Debbie.
I wasn't sure. I was questioning, but it's that how like it almost melts in your mouth despite being so chewy.
Yeah.
That I was like, if this isn't Little Debbie, I'm gonna be shocked.
It melts in your mouth the way that a Krispy Kreme donut does, but it doesn't have as much honey flavor, but it's absolutely amazing. I must say, the 7 Select one is outstanding. I would recommend giving it a shot. It's not something to steer clear from if you're around a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, they are doing a great job in terms of flavor and texture. I just like the Little Debbie one a little bit more. Anyways, moving on. Now we are going to do burgers. Believe it or not, we saw that they had burgers, chicken sandwiches, and pizza that fall under the 7 Select line. And their burger claims to be flame broiled, 1/4 pound flame broiled patty. So where else do you go for a flame broiled burger? You go to Burger King.
Yes, so we brought their 1/4 pound flame broiled burger, and we have the 7 Select 1/4 pound flame broiled burger. Now again, I am not going to be blindfolded for this section because
there is a clear difference in what you get on top of the burger.
Yes.
7 Select, you have to go to their little cafe area and spruce the burger up yourself if you want any condiments, which is exactly what we did. Burger King, they do it all for you.
Yes, but Burger King has like all like the vegetables and toppings on it and stuff, so it just would have been obvious if he bit into it for him to know which one was the Burger King one. And with the sesame seed bun. Now this is the one from 7 Select. I'll be 100% honest, it doesn't really look like anything to write home about. And then this is the one from Burger King, which, man, did they sauce this guy up. Our Burger King location is so awesome. They every single time, they give it to us how we like it, which is with a lot of sauce.
Yeah. All right. So the score is currently
2-2.
Yeah, it's a tie. So
Yeah.
let's see how the burger goes. It looks really sad. It's pretty good. It tastes like a backyard barbecue burger.
I actually think that, like you said, is actually pretty good. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt I would get that before I got anything from McDonald's.
Yep, I was gonna say the same thing.
Like legit.
And not just because we hate McDonald's.
Now that burger patty was like twice as thick as this one, so I'm interested in seeing how the whole eating experience differs.
Different places are doing different things better.
This is another pretty close call, but I have a reasoning for why I liked one more than the other, and I will share that after we vote.
All right, let's vote name of establishment.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, 7-Eleven. Okay, so we're going for different ones on here. My reasoning for it was that the 7 Select had a better patty, if I'm being completely honest. Better patty, more flavor to that burger, but also the value. It was $3 for that one, and this one was a little bit more expensive, and I think if it was gonna be that close of a call, I've gotta go with the one that was cheaper.
Yeah, I thought the overall flavor of Burger King's was excellent, but you are right, the patty and the consistency of that 7-Eleven one was actually really good.
Yeah.
And like the bun was fairly soft too, which I appreciated. But anyways, I could go on for that a little bit too long. We're gonna give that round a tie.
No, and that is not one I saw coming. I could have sworn Burger King was gonna come out on top for me, but I'm trying to be reasonable, and that's what I'm going with.
All right, actually, before we move on to that, we did get our hands on the just these little strawberry cheesecakes. And the store, we went to a couple different grocery stores and they were all out of stock on both the Juniors and the Cheesecake Factory single serving strawberry cheesecakes. So we're not going to be doing this in this video, but where we are going to do it is after this video, we're going to keep the cameras rolling and we are going to be launching our Patreon. So we're going to try these over there and let you know what we think about the 7 Select strawberry swirl cheesecake.
Yep, so if you want to see us eat those, go head over to Patreon. It's going to be a good time.
Become a
little
patron.
after party thing.
Yeah, become a patron. All right, but next up, we are going to be doing Hostess for 7 Select Cheese Danish.
Yes.
And I'm going back to the blindfold.
All right, now these ones definitely do look a bit different, but they're both a snack cheese Danish, and they both look pretty good. All right, here's the different visuals. This is the Hostess one. This one is the 7 Select one. Beats blindfolded now, so he doesn't know. I'm going to take a look at the filling and show them the filling before I give you a number one. All right, hand out. Let's give it a shot. Texture and flavor on point with that one. I actually thought it was fine. Really? I felt it's super moist and the vanilla flavor is really prevalent. All right, hand out. This is the next one. All right, let's try this one. I take back what I said about the first one. The first one was pillowy. The texture and the flavor was so much better. That is tough. That first one was so full of moisture, like I said. It went down easy. I absolutely loved it. And so I think it's pretty obvious, but 3, 2, 1, 1. Which was 7 Select. That second one was Hostess? Yeah, it was Hostess. Man, 7 Select is crushing with these snack options. Like the snack cake options, anything sweet and snackable that's like pre-packaged, so far has been hitting.
Yeah, but the Little Debbie honey bun was excellent. That Hostess cheese Danish. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was like very bad comparatively. Something on the nose.
All right.
You're good. Okay. Yeah, no, I there is absolutely no comparison there. 7-Eleven took it like yeah, head and shoulders above the other.
Let's give Hostess one more chance to redeem themselves now, I guess, because we also got their mini donuts.
Yes, and of course the best flavor of mini donuts, in my humble opinion, is the crunch donuts. So these are the donuts. The crunch donuts are essentially the exact same thing from 7 Select. Yep. All right, now they do look a bit different. There's one is lighter than the other. Here's the first one, and the second. Now that Pete's got his blindfold on, this one is the Hostess, and this one is the 7 Select. I feel like I need to say one thing. I feel like I keep voting 1, you know? I feel like 2. I don't remember what I'm doing. I'm just like, I'm doing all this like just like winging it and just like hoping that I don't screw this whole experience up, because like it wouldn't be any fun if either of us knew, like if you knew which one is which and if I screwed it up.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so handout.
I just think it's funny because I feel like,
Got it.
I feel like I just keep saying 1. Anyway.
Okay, let's try this one. I said what I said and I meant what I said about that being the best like mini donut. If you don't know what that flavor is, it is essentially an extremely sugary coconut coating, and it is awesome.
No complaints.
All right, here's the second one. You got it?
I do.
All right, let's try these. I've got my answer. I sure do. Before we start our opinions, I think that the second one was more moist, but the first one had a way better coating. That's my opinion.
All right, let's just do it on the count of 3. Ready?
3, 2, 1, 1. Yeah,
Another 1.
Number 1 was Hostess though. So the Hostess comes on top with the mini donuts, but totally lost by a landslide with the cheese Danish.
For me though, I think that they won by a landslide with those mini donuts.
Yep, I think the problem with the 7 Select one was that the coating on the outside had actually gotten very soft somehow, and so it didn't have that extreme crunch that the Hostess one did. And both of them had really nice like moisture content to them. They weren't dry at all like a lot of mini donuts can be.
All right, so moving on, let's do one more fast food item because like I said, they also had chicken sandwiches. So we weren't so evil as to put them up against Popeyes because we all would have known how that would have gone. But we are putting them up against Wendy's.
Yes, we took a look at it and we said like, what patty does that look the most like out of all the chicken sandwiches we've had so far? And what we came up with was Wendy's. And again, I would be able to tell the difference between these two because Wendy's comes with at least pickles and, you know, a whatever you would call a leaf of lettuce.
Yes.
And again, so with the 7 Select ones, if you want to put if you want anything on it, if you don't want it to be entirely dry patty of chicken and bun, you have to put it on yourself. You have to go to a little like salad station that has like the sauces on it, and you have to put them together yourself.
So again, I'm not going to be blindfolded for this round.
This leaf of lettuce is as wilted as it possibly could be. Okay, now take a look. This is the Wendy's one. It has that like classic kind of flat fillet. And then this one, which is the one from 7-Eleven, which definitely has a thicker piece of chicken. So we're gonna start with the 7 Select?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Not that bad. No, but I think that if we hadn't doctored it up and put sauce on it, it would have been incredibly boring.
I was gonna say boring would be the appropriate word for that.
A pretty decent bun though, and the chicken almost kind of like the patty kind of reminded me of the Burger King one that we had in our chicken sandwich video. A little bit. Let's try this one. It's closer than I would have expected. Again, I was going to say it's not by a landslide, surprisingly. But let's say in 3, 2, 1, 2.
Wendy's.
Yeah, I went with the Wendy's as well. But surprisingly, yes, it wasn't as close a call as I thought it would have been. In terms of the fact that, like, I actually think that the chicken breast on the 7 Select one may have been better, but the seasoning and the breading on the one from Wendy's was better, but the meat itself was done better on the one from 7 Select. It all came down to the seasoning of the breading that was bringing a lot of flavor, and then the bun, I think, was a little bit better on the Wendy's one. But anyways, Wendy's takes it, but not by a landslide. Moving on to edible cookie dough. This is a fun one because it's been a while since we've had edible cookie dough, and if in case you didn't know, Pillsbury's chocolate chip cookie dough, and I believe all of their cookie dough is safe to eat raw.
Yes.
So like not like brands like Toll House are not safe to eat raw, but everything from Pillsbury is safe to eat raw. So yes, we are not going to get salmonella. Everyone likes to tell us we're going to whenever we eat safe to eat raw cookie dough on the channel. All right, now I'll show you the two different ones. He's going to go blindfolded. Now this is the one from 7 Select, and this is the Pillsbury one. I'll show you the difference outside of the thing, because they do look quite a bit different. All right, you ready to go?
All right, give me.
Am I giving you a cup, or am I giving you the actual things?
You guys give me the cup.
Okay, here you go. We'll start with these ones. Let's try them.
That's some edible cookie dough.
If you don't like edible, safe to eat raw cookie dough, I don't think we can be friends. I absolutely love that. I'm gonna pass you item number 2.
So true though, like, I don't know what kind of person you've got to be to not like that.
Yeah, you gotta be real sad. All right, let's try this.
Okay. Those are very different. Surprisingly different.
Those are two completely different cookie doughs.
And I want to announce which one I think is better, but then I want to guess which one is which.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, 2. Yes, that's the second round that we're differing in opinion on.
So that's a second tie round of the video.
Which one do you think is which?
I think that the second one was 7 Select.
It was.
It tastes more like edible dough. The thing about the Pillsbury one that I really like is it tastes like cookie dough, you know, the one that you're not supposed to be eating. Mom made a batch of cookie dough, you took a spoonful, you're not supposed to. It tastes more like that.
What he means by that is that the Pillsbury one is very dense, and the one from 7 Select has this pillowy kind of airy quality while still being very dense and indulgent. But I liked the vanilla flavor of that one from the 7 Select one more, and I really like that kind of pillowy texture.
That's the thing, the 7 Select had a little bit more vanilla flavor, which I loved. The Pillsbury texture did it more for me, and I appreciated the consistency of the chocolate chips a little bit more. But we could go on about that probably for a little bit too long, but it looks like we have a tie. But anyways, see, we just did cookie dough. What better way to follow that up with than actually baked cookies?
Yes. So we went with two different flavors there. So we went with the chocolate chip cookie dough, and then we have white chocolate macadamia nut. Now for the comparison, we brought the white chocolate macadamia nut Pepperidge Farm ones. We were going to go to Subway, but the location that we go to is under construction, and so that was close. Okay, now let me show you the difference between the two.
Now, Pepperidge Farm is definitely a very big brand in America. I don't know if they're international or not.
I'm pretty sure they are not, and so international subscribers may not know what we're talking about. But just now that Pete's blindfolded, this is the one from 7 Select, and this is the Pepperidge Farm. All right, are you ready for this?
I am ready for cookies.
Okay, I'm gonna break that in half for you. There you go. Let's give it a shot. That cookie was incredible.
I prefer the cookies a little bit gooier than that, but that is a homemade cookie. Oh. No doubt, you know, like that's like a homemade cookie vibe.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. Here's number 2. I'm very impressed.
That's good.
Let's try number 2. Two very different cookies.
This is not even a close call for me.
No, me either. 3, 2, 1, 1. Whoa, I was very impressed with that 7 Select. It was very difficult for me not to say.
Which one was which?
Oh, number 1 was 7 Select.
Oh.
yeah, sorry, yeah, I kind of forget. I was like trying not to say, because I wanted to say 2 of those 7 Select cookies were 99 cents, or it was $1. I would recommend those to anyone that likes cookies. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like an insomnia cookie to a degree.
Yeah, like
very good.
It just reminds me of a home-baked cookie. So good. These are not for me, to be honest.
This was a very hard and crunchy cookie, still very buttery, not bad. Like the flavor was good, but just not my kind of cookie. The one from 7-Eleven was awesome.
Yeah, to sum that up, 7-Eleven just smoked Pepperidge Farm, and it surprised me a lot in general.
Yeah.
I would go back to 7-Eleven and try more of those snacks any day. But that's gonna be it for this video. We're gonna go try some strawberry cheesecake. We'll see you on Patreon.